Krishna. By the mercy of our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, we find ourselves in a very wonderful forest here in Sri Vrindavan Dham. Previously, all of Vrindavan was forest, but through the years, those forests have been cut down for agricultural land. But we come to a forest like this, Tapovan, which is still very much like it was many years ago, and we get an idea what Vrindavan was like. We visited many forests during our Parikrama here in Vrindavan this year. Kartik Parikrama, we visited Bhachavan, which was the forest of children, the forest of kids, Camelliavan, the forest of jasmine flowers, Birhavan, the forest of enjoyment, Kamyavan, the forest of desire, where all of one's spiritual desires can be fulfilled. And now we're in Tapovan. Tapo means austerity, and again, Van means forest, so this is the forest of austerity. And this is the place where the Braja gopis came to perform austerities to get the mercy from Katyayani to have Krishna as their husband. A few weeks ago we were at Chir Ghat, and Chir Ghat is the actual place where the gopis were bathing in the ghat there. And Krishna climbed the big Kadamba tree and stole their clothes and climbed the big Kadamba tree. So that's a very, very famous place. The pastime where he stole the clothes of the gopis. But before that, for a month, the gopis came here to Tapovan, and they performed austerities. It's mentioned by Shukadev Goswami in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam that one big part of their austerity was they just ate something similar to khichdi every day without salt, without spices. And they would bathe early in the morning in Gopi Ghat, which is part of Tapovan. Actually, the Yamuna River used to run right along here. So they would bathe in Gopi Ghat, and they would bathe in the early morning, and they would their vrata took place during the first month of winter. Krishna mentions in Bhagavad Gita that he is, of seasons, he is that November-December season. So the acharyas say that because Krishna says he's that particular month, the gopis decided to do their vrat in that month, because it's connected to Krishna. Everything the gopis do is connected to Krishna for his pleasure. So for 1 month they would come here and they would bathe very early in the morning, and they would just eat that like khichdi once a day, and they would take the soft sand of the Yamuna River and they would make a beautiful murti of Katyayani, and they would worship her with sandalwood pulp and flowers and so many different items, and offer artik like that. So that went on for quite some time, and when they had fulfilled that vrat for 1 month, they went to Chir Ghat, and there they took their bath, and at that time Krishna appeared. He stole their clothes and went in the tree, and they came out fully surrendered souls, Atmanivedanam, in such a way that Krishna accepted them. He accepted their desire like that. It's all very deep. It's all on the Madhurya Ras, the conjugal Ras. Our acharyas say actually everything, all the rasas that are all the relationships with Krishna, as a friend, or one may have Krishna as one's child, or all the relationships here in Vrindavan facilitate the amorous pastimes of Radha and Krishna, the Madhurya Ras, the conjugal Ras. It's all pervading. It's beyond aspiring devotees like myself. But the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, the 6 Goswamis, is that we're aware of it. We know what is the Param Gatim. We know who we are, we know who is Krishna, and we know that we have an eternal loving relationship with him. And Vrindavan is the perfect place for awakening that relationship. We have a long way to go. We're works in progress. Ado shraddha tata sadhu sangat bhajana kriya narta nivriti syat. Prabhupada said one time, real love begins when one is freed from material desire. So we have a way to go, but we're very content that we know what is the goal. And we know that by coming here to Sri Vrindavan Dham and visiting these different forests, visiting Tapovan where the gopis perform their tapasya, we're getting extra mercy. It's stated that any devotional service done in Vrindavan, the result is magnified 1,000 times. So we have that song we sing every morning. Jai Radha Madhava Kunji Bihari Gopi Jana Balaba Giravardhari. Prabhupada said that's the perfect description of Vrindavan. But actually previously, for example in Gaudiya Math, it wasn't sung because the authorities felt it was too intimate. Yes, but again, it helps us remember the goal, and our goal is to go back home, back to Sri Vrindavan Dham. Of all holy places, Vrindavan is the highest, and the deepest love for Krishna is exhibited by the gopis of Vrindavan. We worship from a distance. We come in here, we roll in the dust, we take the water of the sacred lakes and river and we put it in our head, and we pray one day that we can become qualified to serve our spiritual master, Srila Prabhupada, in his relationship with the residents of Vrindavan. We're servants of the servants of the servants. Coming to a conclusion now, our Kartik Parikrama, been here almost 1 month. We have many memories to take back with us. I pray that these memories don't fade. In the material world, everything deteriorates in time, so memories do fade, but we're all praying that these memories will stay in our heart, and if we can remember just one of them when we leave this mortal frame, then our deliverance is guaranteed. So thank you, Srila Prabhupada, for inviting us here and telling us we can wander and visit all these amazing holy places in the forests of Vrindavan. Hare Krishna.